Tom and I, we've been brothers, in the Lord for a long time. We've been fishing buddies for a long time, and he's my pastor. I've been going here for years and years and years. Sarah, Marvin, I know everybody, and it's something that I very, very do miss. With I seen Chris and Jennifer, when they was down here, grow up. Now, God has led him to be a, associate minister and full of the Word, very knowledgeable, and a leader. Chris is a leader. He doesn't think like we think. I found that out. It's definitely not like I think. So, and him and Jennifer are really a blessing to the church, and they are steadfast. The Bible talks about being steadfast. They are unmovable. Because a lot of things don't happen in New Song Church and the NAB, that make you leave. Some have left, but the love always remains. That's what Tom and Judy have. I knew that Judy was a blessing to Tom when they first came to our dinners, because when you invite someone to your home, they have a choice to show up.
Yep, that's first.
Marvin said they have a choice to show up. If you invite them down, see if they have to tell you what they think, because you don't know what you're coming to.
Right, true.
And our dinners were versified. We had black, white, Mexican, Puerto Rican, black marriages, white marriages, black boyfriends, white girls, everything was there. You know what I mean? Muslims. And Tom came down, and you know how he is. He's talking to Avin. Avin's a Muslim, and he talked to Avin, and Avin, he usually don't want to accept anything that's got to do with,
White people.
White people.
Get straight to the point.
But after that, he started asking for him every year. Still does. Where's Tom? Tom coming? Yeah, he's supposed to be here. And he looks forward to him. And one time he said, when he gets here, make sure that he gets with me. I want to talk to him. But there's so many people there that he just never did. But I knew that Judy was at home when she came down and she got her plate. It was greens on that plate. I said, well, Judy, you want a fork? These two fingers. See, that's when you know you got it. When you deal with those two fingers eating those greens, you know you're right. See? You know she's comfortable and you know she's in there. See? But they've influenced a lot of people, influenced our lives, been a blessing to us. And not just a blessing spiritually, they've been a blessing to us financially, because we've been in some tough spots. And money doesn't mean anything to them. If you need it and they got it, you can get it. You know what I mean? If they don't have it, they'll give you what they have. You know what I mean? Silver and gold I don't have, but what I do have, you know what I mean, it's yours. And we want you to know that we love you and we appreciate you. And you'll always be my pastor. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna run me off. It's too late for that now. I'm here. I'm a part of New Song Church. Always gonna be here. Always gonna be in the ministry. And for him to even have the increment of asking me to be an elder, well, I can't even spell it. Much less come to elder. What you? But for him to have that type of confidence, I just really appreciate it, and I give God the praise for you. And there's some I miss. It's very good to see the soprano singer.
That's right, amen.
Very good to see you. And I'm telling you, if you got here earlier, we'd have briefed you on the song. Oh yeah, it'll take a long time for you to get right. I know that. And if Roger Sizzle had got here earlier, we'd have found a guitar and briefed him on the song. Because they're both, I mean, they're wonderful people, him and Teresa, Scotty Poole, you know, the prayer warrior. We just love you, you know what I mean? It's always good to see you, and we thank you for coming out and honoring Tom, still showing him you love him. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so a couple others. Grace, did you want to say something to that?
Yeah.
Come on.
Great.
Come on there, Maurice.
Yeah.
Love that song.
Do I have to be the,
It helps you.
this is a first. I don't even know what to do
I'll
with
stick your
this.
hand.
Okay. I've been thinking all week, what do I need to say? I haven't known Tom and Judy as long as a lot of you people, but I was very thankful that he was there when Tom passed. That was definitely a blessing. There's some things that I hadn't liked, but God said, that's not important. What I have gotten from this man is more knowledge about the Bible, and it has filled my heart with so much love and understanding of the Word. And you have been there for me, and this church, and I can't say how much I appreciate you. And you have made all these people a big family of mine, and I thank you. I thank you so much.
Amen. Clean it.
Just clean it.
I wore my waterproof makeup, but I learned last weekend that it was.
First, you said it didn't work.
Whew, okay, so I know you all tired of hearing about my Saturday morning coffee with my dad, but Mom and Dad, it is my favorite time of the week, and with the wedding and all that, we missed a few Saturdays, and yesterday I started battling a migraine on Friday, and I texted Mom yesterday morning and I said, I'm running late, but I'll be there. And she said, we think you should just stay home and rest. And I said, no, I love that time, and I'm so anxious to get there and see them and just get back to our normal time, because we missed it for a few weeks. And even though I spend every Tuesday and Thursday with them, and you know, we spend all kinds of time together through the week, on that Saturday, we really get to, you know, we talk about all kinds of things. And yesterday even, we were talking about, it's always something that helps me. I leave there every Saturday with something that makes a difference. And we were talking, I think yesterday, about, you know, the way God designs men and women and their strengths and their emotions, and what men are designed to handle and what women are designed to handle. And throughout the morning, as things went on, you know, Dad said something about, you know, how do people love when it's difficult to love? And I said, you've loved me through I made some really bad choices, really bad. And you just loved me through all of them. And not just as my dad, but as my pastor, to help me see what the Spirit is on the inside of me, and how to learn to listen to that. And again, all of you know, not a people person. Don't you know? Never do the hugging song. I don't, you know, don't want people touching me. But God has just done such a work in my heart the last 3 years. You know, 18 months, 6 months, whatever you want to count from. But it's because these two this often irritates me about my dad. He loves the unlovable. And he loves them till the cows come home. I mean, he loves people no matter how bad they do him, no matter how bad they treat him, no matter how many times they stab him in the back. He will turn around and say, stab me in the front if you want to, but I'm going to help you. And it irritates us sometimes to see people take advantage of him, but that's one thing I would never change about him, because he loves no matter what you do, he just continues to love. And I thought, why don't I have that in me? Why did I get the bitterness thing? And I didn't get the love thing from him. How come that? And my mom is such a giver, and I've seen them give and give and give and give, and even Dad complained just the other day, she's given all these cookies away. And I never had that either, but I just thank the Lord for the work that he does in me, and that every week in here, again, when we make that confession, let that word find its place in me, and that my life will never be the same because of something I hear today. Every week when I leave here, I take something with me that changes my life. And it's making me, I find myself loving people, and, Debbie even, like today, I just wanted to go around and hug Sarah and Marvin, and Roger and Teresa, and Scott and Ronnie, and, people that I don't get to see all the time. But that love was just so excited to see you all here. I just wanted to hug people, because I know it's getting me in, even if I don't want it to.
Quick through.
Best day ever!
I was shocked.
I'm not a hugger, Sarah. I'm just not I just don't do that.
She hides in the bathroom.
Yeah. But God is just doing, because of these two, and because he's my dad, I've seen him pray for members of my family, even when, that I can talk to him about my brother that I'm struggling to pray for. I said, Dad, I'm at a place where I just can't pray for him. I just can't. And he never judges me, for the things that I'm struggling with. He just meets me where I am and loves me through it. Both of them do. And my mom, she loves him. She loves that one I can't pray for. I say I can't, but I have gotten to a place where I just know I've watched. They led by example my whole life. And even my dad will say, the early years when we were growing up, I didn't do things right. I was very hard on you all. I did a lot of things that I would take back, and I wouldn't do that again. But I often say you can't argue with the results. I mean, we're all pretty decent people for the most part. Some of us like a little more wine than others. But